Testing, 1, 2. Hello. Can you hear me? Anyone? Hello, everybody. Good morning. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. Okay. Hey, here we go. I do not know what's going on, but let's get to it, everybody. Stupid. Stupid. All right. Whew. That only took 20 extra minutes. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome and thank you. Happy Friday, everybody. It's November 8th, 2024. It's been a great week so far. I am in beautiful shape after a wonderful birthday. All right. And Joseph A., you did help with the audio with your 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that. And thank you, Ruby Who, for the Culture Casino membership. We are off to a rip-roaring start. Sorry for the delay, everybody. Glad I start early. Miss Pico Cafe, good morning, dear. Hope you're doing well. Got a lot of you hanging out over there. Lots of weird stuff going on with chat lately, too, I've noticed. We've got Be Mo Betta being Mo Betta. That's right. We got Fan America out there. Is Culture paying the xylophone? I don't know. Or Glockenspiel. Let's see. Some of Chato's jokes make me ill, too. Well, you know, it's a little disturbing. I don't know what's going on with the audio today, but it's good to see you all out there in the world. You have, Miss Pico Cafe, you have unrealistic expectations. Good morning, Sergeant Giratina. I'm all right. I did not get got by the deep state, so no worries there. No bear today? No, I couldn't find a good bear story. The one that I had like a video clip, but it wouldn't play, so we'll find something for you. We'll try. The Bat Cap. At this rate will be the 6-minute daily. Yeah, actually, we're headed that way. I still have a headache. I don't know what was going on. It was not the best of the ways to end the birthday. It was with a headache, but it is what it is. It's that time of year for me. So, Penny. Good morning. And Juliet. That's right. We are ready to go. We are live. So let's get to it, folks. Let's do it. All right. Woo! Stitch. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting me. You know, the retired guy who's living off of YouTube now. Crazy stuff. I'll never do that. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. The enormous gifts I've been receiving. Thanks for the birthday love. Y'all mean the world to me. Once again, thank you, Joseph A. Thank you, Ruby Hoove. I love the fact that Captain Phantom Nerd's out there. Did I have a good birthday? Yes, I did. You are all the best. And you did help with the audio. Again, Joseph A., thank you for that. Who else we got out there in the world? We got a few other folks that rolled through the door, like Liberty Hall's Cat, who gifted a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that. Our good friend, Christian DeLorme's Vinyl Revival. What's up, Christian? Says, great hair, great content, and a great guy. Well, no, that's you, dude. You're great. We got D-Bud Martin for 5 Culture Casino dollars. Says, Culture Cash, 100th, happy 100th birthday, Culture. Buy yourself orthopedic socks from Beach Punk. That's right, beachpunk.com. Thank you, D-Bud, for the plug. And a $50 gifty from John Gibson. Thank you, my friend. Happy belated birthday. Noah, thank you for the birthday love. You guys are the best. I love it. Istophobos says, money tight? Helen killed my roof. Oh, Helena killed my roof. Happy birthday. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate your support, Istophobos. Believe me, I understand the money tight thing right now. But help's on the way, starting sometime at the end of January. So let's hope we get some things resolved. Look, we got a lot to talk about. The political side of things is crazy. It's always going to be. I have people in my family that have clearly been listening to the mainstream media and not doing enough of their own research, and that's okay. And I'm enjoying this. Man, a tree through your roof, Istophobos. Yikes sauce. Yeah, we got Pet Bread out there. Look at all the amazing people hanging out today. Happy belated birthday, says Carl. Thank you, Carl. Yeah. Vegas guitar show starts tonight. Man, I wish I could get there. It would be a lot of fun. All right. We need to get to it. I'm sorry. I've delayed long enough. We've got stories to get to. They're all going to take longer than normal. So that's why there's only 14 or 15 in all. We're going to have some bonus time today, so stick around, folks. I appreciate you. Kaliki Okedi, thank you, my friend. Did you do your stream yesterday? Yes, I did. Yeah, I did it more effectively than I have so far this morning. Let's get to it, though. Here we go. Countdown. Jill says, my mother is one of those too. Well, it's just like, stop listening to the people that have been lying to you for years. Telmo Silva says, just in time. Well, thank you. All right. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. Whenever you're watching tapes, checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, and I have a lot of videos to make. I got a lot of videos to edit. I got a lot to do. Let's get going. We've got Paramount Global adding 3.5 million streaming subscribers in Q3, but TV and film declines were rough. They did not do exactly what they needed to do to remain impressive in any way, but they are tipping on the right side of the equation if you think that digital is the only way to go. Lionsgate, on the other hand, had a rough go of it this quarter. That's right. Borderlands bombing did not help things. That was everything going wrong all at once. They had a series of oopsies that were, one on top of the other. And this film, this one, yeah, it was always doomed. It's been doomed for the 2 years it sat on the shelf between directors before they reshot and, continued on in the wrong direction. None of these people were believable as the characters they were, except for one. And, then you add in the Jack Black factor, and no bueno. Speaking of no bueno, Sony Pictures profits slipped. They went down to $124 million in the second quarter. The entire group made a leap, but Pictures, not so much. And you also had this other problem. Well, everything else in Sony did okay. I don't know where they're getting the games thing. I mean, the biggest Sony game collapse of all time was the one. And they had to close the studio, Firewalk Studios, over that. And Concord was, always doomed. So I wonder where they're hiding all of that. You got to ask yourself that question, I think. I do. You also have to ask your question as we move into the political part of the show. Whether or not the media has any relevance now. Well, I mean, the mainstream media. Obviously, media like me and other people, of course, especially me, who cover a lot of different things and do it in a honest, direct, and forthright way. Those are where people turned for election coverage and absolutely everything else. But they're asking themselves the question, are we losing relevance? Well, yes. Because you lie, you tell narratives, you're trying to direct people in a given way. You're not telling them what's actually happening in the world. The rest of the world took note that we were coming into a new period of time politically in this country. And the president-elect is already in motion, doing stuff that's never been done before. For example, Susie Wiles is going to be the new White House Chief of Staff, the first female ever in that position. And let me tell you, the ICE baby is a pretty good choice. People around the Beltway are already praising it. BBC is talking about it like we care. The BBC is a corrupt organization, state media, but it is what you got over there in the UK. I'm sorry. But you've got a ton of people that are rolling into this administration. Of course, Elon Musk is going to play a big role. So is RFK Jr. Why? Well, you got a lot of cabinet roles to fill, especially as you start to shut them down or shrink them massively, and hopefully, either completely, gut the Department of Education or just remove it completely. It has been a failed experiment from Jimmy Carter, who failed across the board his entire lifetime, except at growing peanuts and doing Habitat for Humanity. That's about it. So the process is going to add a bunch of people. Elon Musk is definitely going to slim down the US government with Doge. I know Doge is a cryptocurrency, but it's basically the idea of getting rid of a lot of redundant government and reducing, DC. DC is a hot mess. Shouldn't be that many people. One of the reasons I think they have the problems that they do is because they are so monolithically focused on one thing, is to grow the size of government. Robert F. Kennedy, of course, is going to take care of your health and food and everything else. Just some of the videos he's released recently are staggering with how much we're being poisoned, and so on and so forth. So I think the FDA will be taken care of, and so many more positions here. Obviously, Susie Wiles, we mentioned, Stephen Miller, Marco Rubio potentially moving out of his position in government to take another one. There's a lot out there. If you want to watch this, The Hill did a pretty decent job with it. Putin's open to peace talks with Trump. Of course he is. The entire world decided, well, you know what? There's a real leader in place. We need to, fix this. I agree. And that will include Middle East peace. That's right. Iran's economy collapsed. And as Newsweek reports, there's going to be promises of peace in the Middle East. Yeah, very soon. Lots of people saying, you know what? We're going to hit the pause button on this war stuff because it's bad timing. New York City is reacting to this, or at least Mayor Adams was. He's removing the food voucher program for asylum seekers. We'll just call them illegal immigrants here. So they're going to, not get that special set-aside program. You've got, everybody panicking, especially the AP, over the fact that the climate standards that they were trying to force us into here in the United States and put us at a major disadvantage, not to mention the fact that, people are a little resistant to this. They're going to have other countries make up the difference. No, the rest of the world is going to catch on. And we're going to realize that, no, there's no advantage or goodness in polluting. But at the same time, you're going to need to work more on this. Anyway, I'm not out of stories, so we're just going to keep going. I'm going to keep plodding through. I'm going to say that you can work on climate change in 1,000 different ways. But I have a feeling that the government is going to shift, and perspectives will as well. And all the whining in the world that the AP does isn't going to get anybody to, tip towards the liberal world order that they were trying to build for the last 2 decades, right? And even longer, if you believe that. You've got, of course, and I'll share this with you now. You've got this, which is the German economy that's in deep trouble. We've been talking about this for the last 2 weeks, and we've been mentioning it. And the government's collapse and Trump's return bring more risk. That's an opinion from the AP. That's not reality, in this world. Germany is suffering because they joined the EU, thinking that they would be able to create a trade bloc in Europe that would, rival the United States and build the region, the area, the Europe into a superpower. Not so much. Germany's economy is in trouble because they let themselves be disassembled. They let themselves be governed by climate goals rather than, the fact that they were the economic engine of Europe. And so here we are with a government collapsing around a coalition instead of strong leadership. And this is the other problem with having more than 2 or 3 parties total in government. You have to form coalitions of groups that never really get along. That's not a good way to run things. And while 2 parties certainly isn't a great way either, it's better than what we see in Europe. And it's one of the reasons why you've seen such unrest in the UK is because your parliamentary style government and other things that are associated with that, unfortunately, have the same kind of problems we do here. The people cannot get together and they are only able to get elected by appealing to a coalition of groups. I think we may have run that out of town in this most recent election, just my opinion. And moving on, we have one more thing. The stock market, relatively quiet today after some big booms post election. I think it's going to have another big week. Good for it. Ultimately, things are going to have to get back to reality, though. You're sitting at an early tick up 0.1%, which is good. Airbnb and other things like that, vacation rentals, those are going to start to crash. You're going to start to see one of the reasons that we have housing problems in the United States and why housing shot up so high and so unaffordably be addressed. You're going to have a lot of problems dealt with. One of the problems I think that people are worried about, and they really shouldn't be, is whether or not we're going to pay off everybody's college tuition. Every time that that's been tried, it's been stopped. I imagine it'll be stopped again. Um, Look, if you took loans to go to college, you have to pay back the loan. Sorry. If you have a company that's willing to write off your education and pay it off, that's different. But your taxpayers out there should not be paying off your education. Anyway, so we got all kinds of great things going on out there. I am not a financial analyst professionally, so don't listen to me or any other YouTuber about stocks and investments. Okay, go to a professional, somebody who's paid when you make money and at no other time. You want what is referred to, if you can find one, as a fiduciary. But I'm sure there's other financial advisors out there that can help you and not rob you at the same time. Man, we got a lot going on. I got a lot of super chats, got a lot of member chats, and I need to get to them. So thank you, folks, for bearing with me this morning for the tardiness. We will jump into conversation now. So thanks again. You are all extraordinary. Let's see. I left off with Kaliki Okedi. I want to say thank you to Is This Live? Is This Live? Is This Live? Is This Live? I keep saying it because I can't find it. Where is it? Is this live? Gives 10 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you for that. Sorry, I'm a little behind because I was very flustered this morning. Thank you very much for those. That's extraordinary, and I'm very, very thankful. Very, my friend. We've got more folks that are kicking in to the kitty this morning. Thank you for that. I've got Staccato DDS. What is up, my friend? It's great to see you. Liz Cheney thought she was going to be Attorney General if Harris won. Yeah. I wonder who AG will be. We've got a lot of great positions. Look, let's talk a little bit about the cabinet. So, the defense secretary, I think Tulsi Gabbard. What do you think? And for as long as department still exists, education secretary, anybody have any thoughts? I know we've already got a lot of downsizing to do, and I think Elon Musk will help with that. And I think we're going to have to take a look at congressional staffing, because I think they have too many people there, which means they get access to too many lobbyists, which means basically that's a town of building lobbyists, professional people that find out ways to steal your tax money and put it into a bunch of pork belly stuff and business building things. How about we do that the old-fashioned way? Anyway, thank you for the $10 super chat, Staccato DDS. I truly appreciate it. And hey, we were saved. We don't have another AG. We have somebody in charge of health who looks healthy, even at an advanced age. RFK. Can't wait for that. By the way, have you noticed that there are a bunch of people from all over the political spectrum that are likely to be the candidates for the cabinet? That doesn't look good. You have a party that, you call all kinds of names, right? The Republicans, you get called all kinds of names. and yet you're able to bring in all these people from different political backgrounds. The Democrats, dyed in the wool family, historically a family of Democrats. Camelot. I mean, come on. And yet, what happens? Well, he does what his family had done prior to recent years. I mean, you've got Vivek, as Gory-Eyed Beast mentions. You've got all these amazing pieces of talent, these accomplished people who've done things. They've seen something and they've gone for it. They've been able to build it and run from there. You're watching disassembly of the liberal world order in the United States, and they're not even in office yet. Okay, you have media querying whether or not they're relevant anymore. No, you're not, by the way. You don't know how to go and talk to people. The podcast was a giant revelation. Barron Trump gets Donald and everybody else to go on specific podcasts. What does that do? It builds a groundswell. It brings men back to the polls. Yeah, men voted at a ridiculous rate this time around. Gen X saved the world. And you got men back at things. You ladies are tipping farther right now after many decades of going the other direction based on, some other thoughts. So yeah, get excited. Very good, John, the Beagle Dad. Get excited. Boogeyman for 5. I mean, Hillis Mallory for 5. Sorry. I did a comics or a Gary. I apologize. I'm getting older, guys. You had a birthday yesterday. For 5, Hillis Mallory. The boogeyman used to be communism, and then the shift was into video games causing violence. Now it's the weather. Well, you got to have something for people to focus on. There's got to be a boogeyman out there. What there is leave me alone. Leave me alone. Let my family and myself be prosperous. Let us live our lives and be free. That's what this country is about: liberty and freedom. Not all the governance that has been imported. Remember when the Democrats' point of view was, hey, leave people alone. We just want to help people, do what they want to do when they want to do it. Well, that changed. Now we're going to censor you. We're going to cancel your free speech, misinformation, bologna sausage, and all of that. That's censorship. We want to censor you. That's what they want to do. Well, we didn't want that. So we picked different. That's what happens in elections. You pick. And this time around, the people that were paying attention picked better. Just the way it is. They tried to sell a different boogeyman this time, though. It's Project 2025, except that didn't actually come out of the Trump campaign. And they keep lying about it. The mainstream continues to lie. The View continues to lie. These people lie all the time. That's all they're capable of doing. It came out of the Heritage Foundation. And yeah, there are people that were associated with the Trump administration previously that worked on that, I guess. But that 887 pages or 680, I don't remember if it's 680 or 887 pages, that didn't come from the Trump campaign. And it's people claiming that you're going to lose rights. The gay people are going to lose rights, any of that. No. And tell me how that would work, by the way. And cite specifically what's going to happen, what they're going to lose. I don't think anybody can do that. Some real issues here. If you can't tell me what it is, if you can't tell me what the boogeyman you're talking about is actually going to do or how it would be done, then you're making stuff up. And I'm tired of it. We got Keto Simple for 2. Culture Casino Cash saying, happy belated birthday, Culture. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And Daryl Brewer, hey, buddy. Good to see you. Gives 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you. Coming through big time. That's right. 5 more amazing beings turning green. Amazing. Zombie box reviews for £2 sterling. That is proper money, folks. It is not corrupted. It is good cash. Happy belated birthday, you'll get. Well, thank you. I'm not sure what a get is, but it seems like an endearing term. I don't know. Anyway. Who else is out there? Samuel Maine gifts a Culture Casino membership. Thank you, Samuel Maine. You're amazing. Woo-hoo. The memberships, the gifts that keep on giving. Oh, by the way, I have a whole week planned out next week. One video every day talking about asking actually, more than anything else, asking investors, why are you investing in Disney? A company that seems not just directionless, but incapable of moving forward in a way that produces something useful. I mean, one of the questions I'm asking in one of the videos is, why are you investing in a company that took 7 years to build an off-the-shelf roller coaster at that point, a replica of the Tron coaster that's in China? Why are you investing in a company that is miles behind what they're doing with Epic Universal? Universal, what did they do in the course of 3.5, 4 years? Well, they built a whole giant theme park that's about to kick Disney's butt. Let's talk about that. Well, that's the whole point of next week. Why are you putting your money here and pointing out every single recent failure for Disney, including another batch of reshoots with Captain America, New World Order, or Brave New World, or whatever it is named this week? Right? Yeah, good question. Good question. Anyway, thank you for that, Samuel May. And the reason I talked about that so much with the members is, though, you're going to get some member first videos this week, probably several of them. Also, we're going great guns back on that gameplay. So gaming news is about to get lit on fire. Yep. And maybe, just maybe, I will get a video clip confirmation of just how woke the new GTA 6 is going to be. I'm waiting. I begged. I pleaded. I said please a lot. We'll see if I get that clip. I'm gonna share it. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Is this live for a Canadian 5? Coach Casino Cash says for the Secretary of Education, Randy Weingarten. Then get rid of the department entirely. Yeah. Look, I'm going to tell you, and I don't know who that is, by the way, but I should probably, but I don't. The department has been nothing but a failure. After all of its existence, we've only gone down in education since. Nothing's gone up. Governance of education should be, we need to know reading, writing, arithmetic. Sorry, we don't know the basics. You're teaching a lot of baloney sausage. You're filling kids' minds with all of these demons in school and not actual information. These kids need to be learning advanced math by the time they're ready to go to high school. You should have a pretty good understanding of what the new world is going to look like. You should have a practical understanding of finance. You should know your government and how it operates inside and out. Somehow we got rid of American government classes in middle school and high school. How did you do that? When you have kids that can't name all 50 states, can't get the capitals, can't talk about intelligently about the presidents, do not understand how a bill becomes a law, which every single kindergarten kid and preschool kid knew because of a simple television program, Schoolhouse Rocks, you have a problem. You have a problem. Basic information used to be translated to children at a young age. Now it's not. So we need to get rid of a department that doesn't work. Sorry. We need to get rid of the idea that critical race theory should be anywhere near anything in education. Outside of maybe legal doctrine and maybe certain law classes, there's no place for that. Because it needs to be taught where that came from, who sourced it, and why it exists in the first place. Again, stop limiting people with fear, because that's all that stuff does. All right, moving on. And thank you for that. Is this live? Horseradish power! What's going on from the Green Machine? Thank you. For those of you on the Green Machine, I appreciate you so very much. For 2, Culture Casino Cash, so glad that the God Emperor has returned and Nevada has been flipped. This has been an amazing week. Yeah, all the swing states went to the one side of the equation. When will the people who are in the no ID states realize they might be on the wrong side of history? Got to ask that question. But they will do some dirty tricks, of course. Don't let your guard down. No, in fact, pushback. Continue. We have to get him into the building in the first place. I agree with you. I'll tell you what, though, the speeches by both Harris and by Biden were both conciliatory and moving towards the peaceful transfer of power. It's because they got so roundly stomped they couldn't fight, but they couldn't fight it. That's just true. I just want to say you guys are amazing. You are so incredible. Thank you for today. And we have extra time, bonus time for real today. Let's see, we got zombie box reviews for a £1.49. That's proper money. A slice of pink birthday cake. Thank you for that. Y'all are incredible. Istophobos says, did I see the bellwether chart? Yeah, all of a sudden it seems to have worked this time. It didn't work last time. Anyway. It's crazy. But look, I'm optimistic. Elon actually helping to reduce the amount of government waste is going to be extraordinary. We have a lot of redundancies on top of redundancies on top of redundancies, and I think that NASA is going to finally get released from the shackles of the ideological identitarian wackaloons and be able to progress forward with the mission to conquer space, which we have thousands of years to do, hopefully. If not, we better be living on more than one planet. Okay. Pointing out some of the detritus that's out there in the world is really easy, but solving the problems is not. So putting the right people in positions of power to do so, that's good. And I want to get to some of your recent comments because you guys are on fire in the chat. I love it. Yeah, the Harris speech, very conciliatory, very gracious. Okay, I'm going to say something, and I want to know your opinion. Okay, your opinion is important to me. Do you think she really wanted to be president? Do you think at the end of the day, once she thought about it, and maybe once she realized it wasn't going to happen, that she didn't feel some sense of relief? Because some people suggested that she would have been a puppet. Okay, maybe. To who? Well, I mean, there's a lot of administrative bologna sausage in Washington and globally, to be fair. But do you think she ever wanted that? No. I mean, some people realize that that in history, they don't want to be the bad guy. That would be very bad. And Revelations, I don't know. There's suggestions being made that certain lists will be available to the general public. I think that's a real problem. I think it's a real problem. Oh, wait. I saw something interesting in the chat. Hang on. I'm going to star that. We'll come back to it in a second. Muqtadir Ali. What's up, my brother? NASA better bring us Imperium of Man soon. There you go. Okay, here we go. Dragon Warrior, you have a mountain lion emergency in the neighborhood. I'm indoors, bro. I get it. I get it. Look, okay, so bears, mountain lions probably don't want to hang out. Cool to see through a plate glass window or something, right? That they can't get to you. But don't go up. Don't go up for a cuddle. Don't go up for a cuddle. Those are not friends. They're cute. They're fun to look at. They're not pals. They're not in it for a road trip. Don't take a mountain lion on a road trip. Oh, I love you guys. All right. Gory-eyed beast for 5 Canadian culture cash says Joe should step down. Then she'd become the 47th president for 6 weeks, and the Republicans would have to do all the ads over, as Trump would instead be 48th. Well, I mean, sure, but that would be rather hollow. And to be fair, Biden is not going to, I don't see him acquiescing to that. and yeah, and she would be what like the most ineffective. She would also trigger a constitutional issue because somebody would have to fall into the vice presidential role to maintain succession, and it could go very badly. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to suggest this: Jill Biden wore all red when she went to vote. Uh, Joe Biden wasn't very helpful to the campaign in the closing weeks for Miss Harris. So I would say I don't think so. I don't think so. They could, but it would also be looked at like she would get an asterisk. Is what would happen. It'd be like, yeah, yeah. Putin's cat's giving some advice in the chat. Seems rather sound, but I'm not going to tell you to take it. Yeah. If facing a frontier is what it takes to stop a society stagnating, then space is a frontier we can expand into for millions of years to come. Very good, Rambam 3000, and I agree. Sorry, I just wanted to get back. You guys are on fire in the chat. You are incredible. Telmo Silva says, nah, she barely wanted to be vice. The rare occasions she was seen, she was drunk. Wow. I love this mountain lion story. Yeah. Just, I'm indoors, bro. I get it. Lombardi. I doubt she would have made a good president. Well, that's the question, right? What did she run on? Hate, right? Hatred for her opponent. That's the biggest problem. Nobody can elucidate to me a platform. We're going to keep going down the wrong path. That's not a platform. This guy's evil. That's not a platform. What did you run on? What were you going to do for Americans who've been telling you for the last 4 years they've been suffering? How are you going to fix housing? How are you going to avoid trying to put communism into our freedom? Because the only way that they can think about things, or at least her particular thought process of the group that we're helping her along, was to do socialist stuff, price fixing, and all that other stuff. Same thing that California is going to try to do. By the way, Gavin, the reason you got your butt kicked in so many different areas and your state starting to go to the right is because you've been going in such the wrong direction ever since, I don't know, Reagan left. I mean, you had a brief respite under Schwarzenegger, but at the same time, he got corrupted. Now you still got all your same problems. You just may actually get people prosecuted for the crimes they're committing. And your priority is to protect the people who are illegally in your state. Now, mind you, that's not the only person doing that. The Massachusetts crazy lady is doing the same thing. But why? Was it Massachusetts or Delaware? I don't know. Anyway, regardless, one of the no ID states is, again, what if everybody had to do ID? Don't know. Who else is out there? Pat Brett says, quite frankly, culture, this is the same thing about Trump. Oh, by now that he really didn't want to be president. I don't know about that. I think he just didn't imagine what the job actually was, which actually, was pretty evident the first 2 years he was there. Not being a politician can be a disadvantage. If you're going to become president, that's absolutely true. Yeah. Yeah, Bill S. Preston, Esquire, I think you're correct. I think the National Security Council's been running it for quite some time. Pretty obvious. Because every single one of those things is, how do we build up, and operate and utilize and spend resources on the war machine? Be prepared for war, but not always involved in war. Right? Ron is right. Says all Democratic women need to get measured for their handmaids outfits immediately. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. Somebody sent out a tweet like that, and um, somebody sent out a tweet like that. It was definitely a troll. It was super funny, and so I commented on it. I said, "Oh wow, your wife ordered that Handmaid's Tale costume, Halloween costume." I said, "Well, you're gonna have some lovely evenings after the kids have gone to bed." Anyway, so there's that. You got to have fun with some of it. Um, Kalikio Ketty, I promise I will get to it. Zombie Box reviews for £10 sterling. Proper money. Zombie Box is loaded today. I need to bounce, but I truly hope you had a great birthday. I did. It was extraordinary. We had a lot of fun yesterday. See you next week on the HCast. Indeed. Can't wait for that. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the best afternoon, evening podcast you can attend. Super fun. Let's see. And thank you again, Zombie Box. Let's jump on Kaliki Okedi's second one. Kaliki Okedi. We got to see you on Midnight's Edge in the morning today, possibly, but only for a brief period. Do have a ton of work to do, guys. I still have to finish editing the Alarmo unboxing video that Jonas and I did. I keep getting started on it and keep getting interrupted. Things are happening I have to actually take care of in real life. Plus, yesterday is my birthday. But thank you, Kaliki Okedi, for another $2 super chat. Amazing. You're amazing. All right, let's get back down to it. Rogue, Thinka. Good to see you, buddy. Dave says, my real name is Larry Goldstein, MD. LOL. I'm rich. I'm a rich stranger. All right. Well, that's awesome, Dave. Let's see who else is out there. Marcus Squintus is out there. My fellow peeps. You're fine. I was late today, to be fair. I love it. I'm getting trolls again. I must be doing something right. Hello, trolls. I have friends that give me a hard time, and then there are trolls. So there you go. Salty demon. No one wants a dem as a handmaid. I don't know. Handmaid's Tale? I don't know. Swirls Barkley. Every time I see this, I laugh. Because it reminds me of How I Met Your Mother. So, swirls. Let's see. Pet Brett says he's still, thank you, Pet Brett. Awesome. Says, I'm still on the lookout for celebrities crossing into Canada. Well, you likely are just having a bunch of uninformed college students with blue hair and pierced noses trying to get in. So, can I ask a question? Why are you making yourselves easy to spot? If you're so unhappy, you're going to shave your head, and you've already told men that there's no getting down with it anymore, which is basically your only thing. Is that true? I mean, ladies, I got to ask you a question. I have a lot of brilliant women that you know what? I have one of the bigger audiences in the fellowship that are female. I thank you. I appreciate you, and I enjoy your perspective. It helps inform my own. So, is the only thing of value to ladies that lean to the left their ability to have intimacy? Is that what they think that's their only sole source of value? Because it's the only thing that they seem to bargain with. I know better. I have very amazing ladies in my life. Okay. But I know that they have more to offer. Well, at least they do. But is that it? And then now you're gonna remove your beauty. Okay, not because you have to, because you're going to be losing your hair or you're fighting cancer, something like that. That's understandable. But you're going to remove an element or an item of beauty that not just men but other women appreciate willingly. You're going to remove your hair. You are going to let everybody know where you likely lean by coloring what little hair you may have into like a rainbow array of weirdness, and you're going to poke your face with a bunch of stuff. right? Like your nose, your nose, your nose. Like I saw a lady the other day, like 12 nose piercings. I'm like, okay, first of all, how do you get through a metal detector? You know what? I don't know what I know. But anyway, the whole point is why, and maybe this is my limited understanding, right? But why are you now announcing that you're a lunatic? You go and do all of that, and everybody knows you're a Looney Tune. Why? What's the win there? And the only thing that you have to bargain with is, whether or not you want to get down with guys or gals, I guess, maybe. I don't know, whatever. I don't get it. That's what this 4B thing is, right? This B4 or whatever it is. Somebody help me with this, because I mean, I'm at a loss. All right. I'm going to look in the chat now because I have smart women in my chat. Staccato DDS for 10 Culture Casino cash. Thank you, my friend. Says, I'm sure Kamala wanted the job, but was in way over her head and was too naive to realize it. Kamala learned to ride the bus, not drive it. I see that perspective. I do. I think that's probably in the wheelhouse. But a lot of people end up in positions they aren't prepared for, right? You always achieve the level of which you're not competent to perform at. There's a lot of different ways to say that, I know, but I mean it's true. It's true. Mark Nichols is late. I'm sorry. Swirly. That's right, Swirly. Biggles Mets. That's right, Swirly. No. Mm. You guys are crazy. Melina's like, that's because we love you. Thank you, Melina. I love you right back. You guys know that, right? You guys are my. I'm like, hi. I love you guys. Just so you know. Yeah, Zachariah Levi's X feed has been great. Oh, I know, dude. Fire. Yeah, it's been really fun. Oh no, it's not. Women's looks aren't the main thing, right? But it's like you've not seen a correlation, Putin's cat, between these actions and these approaches to things and what they're all about. You haven't seen that? I don't know. It's very strange. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right? You protest the election. The election's over. Okay. And again, you're removing your hair. How did that do anything? And the only person that got a consequence was you. Okay, so now less people will. I mean, look, I'm gonna say something as a dude, if that's like what you're aiming for, attracting. I like hair. I think ladies can have beautiful hair. I am a fan of hair. I am a fan of hair. Anyway. Melina says that's the only thing they have to bargain with. See? It's funny. I am oftentimes rocked back on my heels by women who have just amazing intellectual prowess and do cause me to think differently about stuff, which is why I try to appeal to everybody and ask questions. How can you get better, smarter, and have a deeper understanding of things if you don't ask questions and aren't willing to listen? Which is another problem we have in this country. Stephobo says, Andrew Gold, legit trying to leave UK. He is scared. Really? I'm going to have to look that up. Thank you for that. And again, once again, Daryl Brewer, thank you, buddy. I hope you're doing well, man. Can't wait to hang out. We're going to have I tell you what, let's try to do a member stream midweek next week. What do you guys think? Sound fun? A lot of you just became members. Lots of green names out there. Love it. Speaking of green, we just had more green drop. I got to get to those. Horseradish power for another 2 Culture Casino cash from the Green Machine. Can Trump please go to Farage and get him to grow a set of huevos and get him to build a proper team around him? We need a proper leader to rally behind. No Captain Jellyfish. Hey, I'm with you. Okay. I mean, I have much love for my brethren in the UK. And I will say that yeah, you guys need to build. I mean, you are capable of building amazing coalitions because I know, seen it before. And especially in your governments, I want that for you, right? Look, we have Croatia rising up, we have Argentina rising up. You have all these countries that are turning the tide against the liberal world order. I'm happy. Oh, by the way, if you saw the description today on the video, I'm going to start doing that, calling out the authoritative sources where I'm pulling the news from, because then I'm bulletproof, right? Because this is where this news is coming from, right? And then I get to have an opinion about that, right? Tender Warriors 68 for 10 Culture Casino memberships. You know what I haven't done in this stream, and you guys didn't call me out? I didn't sling any cheese. We got to sling some cheese. Here we go.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys. Yeah.
I want to know this, and thank you, Tender Warrior 68. You are amazing. I hope everything's going well. Okay, I really do. You guys mean the world to me. Please have everything go okay. Let's get to this question. I keep seeing people say women's rights are taken away with this election. What are they? What are they? People say these words, they repeat it. It's like mindlessly saying what the cool kids are saying. That's fine, but what are the rights? List them, please. What at a federal level can be changed that take your rights away? Help me out. Help me out. Nobody can see his messages now. Oh, Jill must have ridded the world of someone. And Mark Nichols says the right thing. Gifty. There's a ton of gifties out there. You guys are on fire today. Fire. I think Pet Brett gifted memberships too. Let me find him because I know. Now I sound like Quato. Melina makes them easier for them to identify each other. Plungecast says it's also self-hate. Yeah, I think so. I don't get it. I mean, virtue signaling. Okay, I get it. It's very strange. Dave Bob is here. Holy cow. There's a rooster right there. Hey, I'm telling you right now, there's going to be some declassification of some stuff. Caffeinating me. I'm already talking about getting down. Sorry. There it is. Pet Brett for 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, Pet Brett. Look at that. More green names. It's the Phobos 48. or Fornos, is a radical feminist movement. 4B, excuse me. Thank you. Which is purported to have originated in South Korea. South Korea? In 2019, its proponents refused to date men. All right. It's just very limiting. Just saying. All right. Yeah, the Peter Principle. Thank you, Andy W. Correct. Why? How did that get started in South Korea? One of the most. Anyway, I don't know. Cynthia, thank you. Okay, so here's a perspective. This is what I love you guys for. Okay, I love you, and I'm going to get to the other super chats I got. Angmar went bananas here. Just a second, my friend. Cynthia Carter says, "Culture, they feel powerless, and they are trying to take back their power by denying men access." But is that the only? I don't believe that for 2 minutes. Okay, I don't believe for 2 minutes that the only power women have is intimacy. I mean, it's part of it's a part of the power base, but I don't believe that for 2 minutes. You cannot define your humanity by that. It's the same as being an identitarian. Why would you do that to yourself? I identify as these checkboxes, and that's it. Okay. Do you have a personality? You have thoughts, hobbies, pursuits? You have goals? I refuse to believe that. But I understand, and thank you. The only guys interested in people are like, yeah, I think a lot of people voted. Plunge gas for New Zealand. 2 Gulch Casino Cash says, it's self-hate. Yeah, that makes females and males do it. I don't get it. I mean, do you want to stand out that bad? I mean, and some people do, right? And some people make it a part of like a performance identity, a persona. Like I can see rockers, doing their thing. I can see, I mean, I grow my hair and I grow my beard because I like it. I've had a lot of opposition, even my own family, to my beard. And I've had people in my believe it or not, I donate. You guys know the story, right? I donate my hair, obviously, so that they can make wigs for cancer patients and survivors and stuff like that. So that's why I donate my hair. But I grow my beard because I think beards are cool. Now it's a little longer than probably it's going to be because I need to trim it, and then I actually have to go to a dermatology appointment, so it's going to get cut down quite a bit. But I grow my beard fast. You guys know. Anyway, so what I think is fascinating about it is if I had to, for whatever reason, get rid of my beard, I'd be fine with that. Okay, if I had to get rid of my hair, or if I had to undergo chemo for cancer myself and shave my head, okay. Would it be less than ideal as far as like my personal appearance, as far as I'm concerned? Yes. But it's not so much a part of my identity that, it'd be that significant. At least I hope not. I think I have more to offer than my hair or my beard. Thank you, Tender Warrior. Happy fantabulous Friday to you. You guys are on fire. I love you all. The scapegoat, it's great to see you. Emancipation gone wrong. And that's what it is. Doing better all that men do, including cooking. Yeah, look, everybody has their own set of skills. I don't think that anything's too tied up in, your genitalia. Oh, trying to catch up with you guys. You guys are on fire in the chat. Mega combat. I get you. I enjoy hair too. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Istophobos, Fornos, is a radical feminist. Oh, you guys all have this. Okay. Did I go back in time? I feel like I moonwalked in time. Hey, Juliet, you're great. Oh no, Rambam, I agree with you. I mean, you guys are going to have to pull out of that, acquiesce to please don't hurt us. I mean, who was that? Who's that douche in World War II? I want to say his name was Nigel. Hang on, it's something like that. Very weak. Very not Churchill. It'll come to me at some point. There it is. Angmar. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, buddy. 50 Culture Casino Cash. Thank you for that. Happy birthday, Culture. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for all you do alongside everyone you work with. I have the best coworkers ever. All I had to do was retire, go full-time YouTube, and I could hang out with all these great people. So blessed. And that includes all of you, by the way. Hope you have a great day. Hail the chat mods, and hail to you. Hail to you, my friend Angmar, and thank you. Yeah, Neville Chamberlain. That's what it is. It wasn't Nigel. It was Neville. Neville Chamberlain. Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But thank you very much, Angmar. You are amazing. Sorry, Cynthia Carter figured out what I was talking about. You guys are amazing. I need to hang out on the political show with Mr. H and Bo the History Bro. That's what I need to do. Dengar Renegade. What's up? Terry Rose is everywhere with more parachute info released. Will this become Culture to Culture AM? Maybe. Oh, alien stuff? Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. I was looking at it like a parachute. No, it's an alien head. Come on. Staccato just pointed out the obvious. I promise I'll get there, my friend. Oh, I love you guys. Just crushing it. Corey had pieces. I was considering changing my name to Bologna Sausage and super chatting just to see Culture's reaction. Oh, I love you guys. Oh, BMO Betta's out of here. Well, thanks for being here. BMO Betta, everybody over on Green Machine, you're the best. I got to get you some emojis. That's something. I tell you what, Miss Pico Cafe, send me an email. Remind me. I will do my level best. I will do my level best. And everybody's like, Neville Chamberlain, you maroon. Okay. Sorry. Salty Demon. Yeah, Culture. That's the sad truth. Most women on the far side of things are nothing but inanimate and person. And lacking in aesthetic and intellect. Yes. See, I cleaned that up for YouTube. It's bringing being a female to its lowest common denominator. Yeah, see, and that's the other problem, right? Is I don't want base level humanity. I don't think anybody does, right? I think we all appreciate like the depth that humans can have. And look, there are far-reaching ideas that require groups of intellect in order to accomplish. Humanity works better as we work together. So, yeah. Ram Bam 3,000 for £5 says, given the way ladies devour such shows as Law and Order SVU, I'd say they get off on being terrified, especially intimately. I don't think so. I think that the fascination we have with true crime is because we want to understand the depths of the dark side that humanity can go, the depths of depravity and things like that. Because I think that while I guess thrilling in its own way, that's why we like horror films, but at the same time, kind of reinforces and reminds us that is a possibility that we need to be aware of and be, vigilant against, let's say. It also tries, I believe that horror films help push darkness out of your heart. It doesn't give people ideas. So, yeah, there you go, Elizabeth Young. This is it. Sexuality doesn't define you, your values, your interests, etc. do. I'm with you. That's the thing. I'm always trying to go, what's going on with that? No, I'm talking about humanity. I'm not talking about races. I'm not. Where did I talk about any races? I don't think so. I'm talking of observable facts. The performative behaviors of the people that are lashing out against themselves on TikTok and other platforms. I don't accept your premise. Divina, Culture Casino, my beard, my choice. I love you guys.
Hippie.
I'm not a hippie, by the way. Not a hippie. I look very patriarchal. Well, thank you. I think that's a compliment. I don't know. Darth Gutierrez. I do have the face for radio. Very true. Very true, Ron. All right, we got a few more supers and gifties I got to get to. And thank you for the Neville Chamberlain reminder, folks. Staccato DDS, I told you I'd get here. I did. There's more fish in the sea. It won't work. Yeah, and that's the problem. I mean, as it is right now, ladies outnumber dudes in the United States by a lot. Enough. A big enough percentage that it is what it is. Man, you all had Neville Chamberlain. You guys are so I love you guys. I don't know why I couldn't think of that off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, okay, so yeah, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right? She didn't like it, and nobody did. And again, if you want to talk specifically about that one thing, it just went back to the states. There are going to be states where you can do those things, and there'll be states where you can't. I mean, there's states where you can smoke, a plant and get a buzz, or there are places that don't. Right? It's just the way it is. And it'll always be that way because individual communities get to decide this is okay here. This is not. And Mark Fields is correct. We just want a positive future. For $2 in Culture Casino cash, we just want a positive future. That's all. Culture's Many Hairs says, Culture Many Hair gift 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, Kremlon. You crazy. Yeah, I don't know how long you get stuck for that name with when you change it, but thank you. Look at all those names go green. Oh, there you go. Sometimes peace is just another word for surrender, says Mark Daly. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with y'all. You're the best. There it is. There's Mark Field's super chat. But we have, unfortunately, gone into the time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. Oh, I feel bad. We'll have to redirect. Hopefully, I will be forgiven by the great and powerful Andre. But I couldn't get away from saying thank you to all of you in the chats today. Thank you for those of you on Twitter, on YouTube, on Rumble. You are the best. Go check out Midnight's Edge in the morning. The automatic redirect automatically will take you there in just a moment. I'm going to say this one more time for the week. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya.